Hey everyone, John here from TestPrepInsight.com, and today I'm going to be doing our annual review and ranking of the best GMAT prep courses on the market. This past year was the first full year that the new format of the GMAT has been in place. So 1 year in, we've purchased and re-reviewed all of these different courses, and today I'm going to fill you in on which 4 are currently the best. And by the way, since I'll just be covering the high points today, if you find you need some more detail at any point during this video, we also have a full written guide over on our website that has way more information. The quickest way to find that is probably just to Google Test Prep Insight Best GMAT Courses. That's probably the quickest way to get there. All right, so I want to start at the top of this list with the course which we gave the best overall grade to after re-reviewing over a dozen different prep programs, and that's Manhattan Prep. It's just clear after using all of these different prep programs that Manhattan is kind of in its own class. It is just so much better than the other courses. But anyway, let's run down the unique strengths of this prep package. And the greatest highlight to me is the course structure. Manhattan Prep has designed their course to be completed in 12 weeks, and I think it strikes a really nice balance. Each week centers around a live class or set of video lectures, depending on which course format you take, with reading assignments and practice problem sets that follow. Plus, every few weeks, you'll be assigned a mock exam with a review session after. In short, we just found the course curriculum to be detailed, easy to follow, and delivered in digestible amounts week by week. We really liked it. Then, another cool advantage of this program is that they license their practice test and material directly from the makers of the exam, GMAC. This means that every problem you work in the program has literally been used on a real past GMAT. Unlike other prep providers, there are no simulated problems. Everything is the real deal. This is something we always give a huge ratings boost for because there is no more realistic form of practice work, so that is another big value add. Then the next highlight here is the problem explanations that Manhattan has crafted to go along with each of these license questions. In my opinion, they are just flat out awesome. They're detailed, insightful, and offer some really nice actionable takeaways. So between the quality of practice work and detailed rationales, Manhattan Prep gets our top grade for practice material. And the last thing that I want to highlight here for Manhattan Prep is their coverage of quant. If math is your weak spot, which it is for a lot of GMAT takers, then we think Manhattan Prep's material is the best out there. And I say this for a couple reasons. For one, they have a pre-course before the real course starts called Foundations of Math. This is an intensive 4-week course that gets you totally caught up on math. There's 10 hours of video workshops, 600 dedicated practice problems, and even a whole prep book for it. So it's amazing for quant prep. And then second, even within the actual course, quant seems to be their specialty. They give it extra emphasis and their study materials are top notch. So like I said, if quant is going to be important to you, then Manhattan Prep is going to be your way to go. Okay, so after Manhattan Prep, our number 2 ranked program is Princeton Review. And we give them a really high grade for a few reasons, but more than anything, I want to highlight their live classes. The Princeton GMAT instructors that we had were very good. They really seemed to have that perfect mix of technical knowledge and communication skills. Plus, the lesson plans and the classes are efficiently organized and packed with info. The atmosphere of the classes felt more like a workshop than a lecture, and the instructors provided some really nice takeaways each day. And I don't mean to throw shade on the Manhattan Prep live GMAT classes because we actually thought they were just as good, but there's no denying they are really expensive. With the price tag close to $2,000, they do not come cheap. And to be honest, neither did Princeton Reviews, but they are more reasonable in price. And I don't want to get off topic here, but that's actually a really good opportunity to talk about course price. Like I just mentioned, the Manhattan Prep package with live classes cost $1,850, which is one of the pricier prep programs out there. But luckily, their on-demand self-paced package is a lot more reasonable. It's literally $1,000 less at $850. That is much more reasonably priced, and given that the only difference between the two is 27 hours of live instruction, I would be very tempted to just go with the on-demand Manhattan package. And then for Princeton Review, their live class package is about $1,000 full retail, so $850 cheaper than Manhattan Prep, but their self-paced prep program is about $800, only $50 less than Manhattan Prep. So it's a pretty big difference in price between each company's live online course offerings, but basically a wash for self-paced programs. However, one thing I'd note here is that both companies are really aggressive with sales and special promos, so do make sure to look for coupon codes and see if there's a sale on before buying. In fact, I'll do my best to keep the description down below updated with the most current discount and promo codes that I can find floating around out there. So give that text below the video screen a good look and maybe save yourself some money if you do decide to go with one of these courses. With Princeton Review specifically, you can almost always find their GMAT courses for at least 15% off. And with Manhattan Prep, their packages are routinely $100 or more off, so make sure to check for that. But anyway, to round out my thoughts on Princeton Review, they mostly get high marks for their live classes, but all of the other critical aspects of a course that we always look for are solid too. Their course structure is well designed, with the curriculum broken out by the 3 major exam sections. You get 10 full-length mock exams, and the explanations around every practice problem were solid. The only big downfall of this program is that their on-demand video lectures are pretty lacking. They're just kind of dry and boring and have weak production value. But bottom line, when you look at all the factors that matter in terms of grading a GMAT course, Princeton Review gets solid grades across the board. All right, so after Princeton Review, the next course down the list is Magoosh. And they're our pick for best value in GMAT Prep. Now, to be fair, I do think other courses like Princeton Review and Manhattan Prep provide way more comprehensive prep packages. However, value is a huge factor in our analysis, and Magoosh is a great bargain. Their course costs just $349, about a third to half of what the others charge. And even at that, you can almost always find the Magoosh course on sale for around 20% off, bringing the full price down even further. So again, make sure to look for coupon codes below. But to reiterate, compared to some of the other mega GMAT providers on this list, Magoosh is a very good deal in terms of pricing, while still offering some really strong study materials. And on that point, from a substantive point of view, Magoosh gives you a library of around 200 on-demand video lessons, about 800 practice problems in their QBank, a couple full-length mock exams, and a 70-point score increase guarantee. And of these features, I think the main highlight is their QBank. Not only do they offer some really nice advanced filtering features that allow you to create really targeted practice sets, but the answer solutions that they give you with every problem are very good. For every problem, you get a breakdown in text and video format. For visual learners, I think these video explanations are especially helpful. This is something a lot of companies don't provide, and it is a real value add. Now, if there is one knock on Magoosh's videos though, it's that the format can be a little dry. They're just a little old school and have a PowerPoint slideshow style approach, but I would just say that they're kind of saved by their short length and quick hit nature. And one other point about Magoosh, I think it's a great fit for international students. And I say this because of their heavy focus on verbal. A lot of other GMAT prep courses sort of breeze over the verbal section, choosing to focus on quant and data insights, but Magoosh does not. They give verbal equal weighting and provide a ton of study materials for it. In my mind, this directly benefits students who speak English as a second language. So if you're coming from another country to get your MBA in the US, give Magoosh a good long look. They offer a very solid course with an attractive budget price point at $350, and it's a great fit for ESL students. All right, so our 4th highest rated course this year is Target Test Prep. And we like this GMAT prep program for a few reasons: a smart course structure, strong practice material, and useful analytics. On the structure of this course, their curriculum is broken down into 47 very manageable learning modules, which are all fairly quick and easy to complete. I like this course organization a lot. Then for practice work, TTP has some of the more realistic practice questions that we've reviewed, and each comes with a thorough video and text solution. For visual learners, these videos are going to be super useful and provide some nice actionable insights. And lastly, the performance reports. The data that they give you really zeroes in on your behavioral tendencies, and they can make a real impact in terms of improving your score. And one last thing that I want to mention about Target Test Prep, it can actually be a pretty good value as well, depending on which package you go with. Though their more traditional course packages are kind of pricey, their monthly subscription package, called Flexible Preparation, costs just $229 per month. So if you only have like 60 days to prep for the GMAT, you're looking at a price tag of around $460, which isn't awful. So bottom line, between the efficient course structure, practice material, behavioral insights, and the decent subscription pricing, there's some nice positives to Target Test Prep. But anyway, that kind of does it for this video, so let me wrap it up with some final thoughts here. But actually, before I forget, I should mention that since you're studying for the GMAT, we actually give away a free prep course every single month to one lucky person. It's really easy to enter. Just do the 3 simple things listed right here on screen. It'll take you less than 10 seconds, and hey, you never know, you could win a totally free GMAT prep course. Okay, so my final verdict. Which course should you go with to study for the GMAT? Well, after repurchasing and reviewing all of these different courses, I honestly think Manhattan Prep is the way to go these days, especially their self-paced course. Their on-demand video lessons are really good. The course structure is incredibly efficient and effective. They have the most realistic practice material. Their problem explanations are thorough and understandable. And the program overall has the most cohesive feel to it of any program that we reviewed. Plus, at $850 for that on-demand package, it's a pretty good value. So for those reasons, if it were me, I would go with Manhattan Prep. But anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. If so, please subscribe to the channel, and best of luck in your GMAT prep journey.